So Cardano ADA has seen a 11% move to the downside, and the question on everyone's mind right now is if whether or not we will see a continuation to the downside, or if we have seen the worst of the storm and we begin to see a recover. Now, as you guys know, I've been tracking a WXY structure, and I have been keeping an eye on two key targets, and one of which is the X-Wave target, sitting between 64.64 cents to 65 cents. And the other key target was the Wave Y target, sitting between 61.12 cents to 61.95 cents. Now we ended up reaching both targets, and you can see that the X wave was made up of a WXY structure, and the Y wave ended up exceeding the typical requirements, which is a 100 to 123.6% retracement of our wave W, and we went even deeper. Now, this can happen if the wave Y is made up of 5 waves. And so very quickly, if I go down to the 5-minute chart, what you can see is the wave Y is made up of 5 waves, where we have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and your final 5th wave move. And so that then completes the WXY structure, and a bigger WXY structure is also complete. So if I remove some of this and draw that up, so what you have is your W wave, X wave, and then your final Y wave. Now, because this wave here, the W wave, is made up of 3 waves, and we have the Y wave made up of 5 waves, that discounts the idea that this is an impulsive move to the downside, where it's made up of 5 waves. So we have, for example, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because in Elliott Wave Theory, when you have a 5-wave move, within your wave 1, 3, and 5, they need to have the same wave structures. And so if you have a 3-wave move within your wave 1, then you need 3 waves within your wave 3 and your wave 5. Or if you have 5 waves within your wave 1, you need 5 waves within your wave 3 and your wave 5. However, because there's 3 waves and we have 5 waves within the wave 3, this makes this structure invalid. And so that then leaves us with a corrective move to the downside. And because this is now complete, it looks like ADA is now in a corrective move to the upside, where we could potentially see a 50% to 88.2% retracement. And so ADA could reach anywhere between 63.06 cents to around 65.95 cents. So anywhere within this region here. Now, what is interesting is we ended up getting rejected at the 200 EMA twice, and it looks like we're now in a retracement to the downside, and I do anticipate another push to the upside, where we then potentially tap into this region here. And should that be the case, then it's possible that a bigger WXY structure is in play, where we have a W wave, X wave, and then your Y wave. And of course, the Y wave would then tap into this region here that I've talked about previously. Now you can see that smart money concept is indicating that we have a strong low. And if we end up tapping into this region, then that strong low would be broken. And that would then lead to a breakout structure, like what we had over here and over here. And that would then signal that we are on a bearish trend. Now, if we do tap into this region, that could be temporary. And we could then see a push to the upside, where we can then begin to track our wave Y. And it is looking likely that we could potentially tap into this region here, because we have our fair value gap. And it's possible that that then gets filled, and then we see a push to the upside. And so, yeah, as things stand, I know we had a 11% move to the downside, but I don't see this as being concerning, given that with corrective moves, they typically range from anywhere between 10% to 20%. And so, yeah, whenever we have these dips, I see this as a buying opportunity, as opposed to, panicking and selling. And this is definitely a good opportunity to be dollar averaging, in my personal opinion. And so, yeah, that's just my quick update on Cardano ADA. Hopefully you found this useful, and if you did, then feel free to hit that like button, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Take it easy, people. Peace.